Hello, we are here today with Charles W.Sweeney and Paul Tibbets.
Hello.
Oh, yes, sir. Pretty good.
And what part of World War II did you guys take place in?
I took part in the World War II by being the pilot in one of the planes.
I was one of the pilots too.
Charles W.Sweeney, what did you do as a pilot in World War II?
I was an officer in the United States Army Air Force. During the World War II, I was one of the pilots that flew the Fat Man atomic bomb that went to a Japanese city, and it was on August 9, 1945.
You were one of the pilots that dropped the atomic bomb known as Fat Man?
Yes, I was. I dropped the atomic bomb named Fat Man.
Paul Tibbets, what did you do as a pilot in World War II?
Wow, what I did in World War II was I was a general in the United States Air Force. I was best known as a pilot who flew the B-29 Super Fortress, known as the Enola Game, which was named after my mother. When it dropped a little boy, the first two atomic bombs used in warfare on the Japanese city of Hiroshima.
What are your guys' thoughts and feelings on the atomic bomb?
I thought that it was a bad thing to do because we killed a lot of innocent people. I don't feel good because I killed lots of people. The United States could have resolved the problem, but at the same time, if you think about it, it's war. You have to do what you have to do. The United States was in great danger and something had to be done.
I understand what you are saying. We start judging, we need to see the whole picture. Did it impact your guys' life in any way?
Yes, it impacted my life because, I killed a lot of people and, I didn't want to do that. So, every time I have nightmares in the night, of me, going, I have nightmares in the night, I wake up thinking that I'm still dropping the bombs.
Did we know each other back then, sir? I think we did, right?
Yeah, we went to school together.
Oh, yeah. Me and my partner here, Charles W.Sweeney, we actually went to high school. Harvard. Yeah, Harvard. Yep. Yeah, we went to Harvard. That was pretty good. I was actually top of my class. Yeah. What were you actually? What did you study or what?
Huh?
What did you study?
The Air Force, just about planes, mechanic and stuff. And they needed an extra man out there, to fly the planes. And so I had to go up there, I just decided that it would be a great thing to start my new grade.
So that's what you wanted to do?
And I was in high school, I was a little, I was a little troublemaker, but, well, I don't know, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, I think what I decided becoming a pilot was my father actually, he was actually a pilot himself too before he passed away. And
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, no, it's okay, man, it's okay. But yeah, so I feel like I actually got inspired to be a pilot from him and finish his legacy that he did. Yeah. Okay.
If you guys were in control of the United States government or a president of the United States, what would you guys do differently?
If I was in control of the United States of America, I would send a warning to them first, let them know that, we're gonna drop a bomb and stuff. But at the same time, they dropped the bomb on us first or whatever, and they didn't send us a warning. So I think it was fair for us not to send a warning. But if I was in control, I would have sent him a warning first.
Yeah, it's the same thing. If I was controlling the United States, I would probably send a warning too, as my friend here said. But they did it all for us first, so we had no choice.
How did you guys think the United States was impacted by this, not only emotionally, but socially?
I think that it helped impacted the United States of America because a lot of people were sad and it messed up a lot of people's excuse me, lives, and but in the end they helped stop the war.
I also think that by us dropping the atomic bomb it wasn't a good way by us doing it because it helped stop the war, it helped all this violence, because we didn't drop only one but two, and so that really scared them off and they didn't want to fight back because they knew they were going to lose. So we helped to stop the war by us dropping the bombs, so we're kind of like heroes.
Yeah. Anything for our country.
So to end off this interview, did you guys think that it was a good thing to drop the bombs?
I think that it was a good thing because it helped stop the war and it put an end to this World War II.
I also think that it was a good thing, but also a bad thing because, you know, we killed lots of innocent people that were not supposed to be killed, I guess. You know, they were just probably minding their own business and, you know, we killed them, so, you know, that's what really sucks.
Thank you for your time. That is all we have for today.
Hey, thanks for having me here, man. Hey, thank you.
And to bring you this story, we interrupt our program.
An American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima.
The White House has just made an important announcement on the war.
Buzzing with the news of the atomic bomb.
We knew the world would not be the same. We have now added a new and revolutionary increase in destruction.
Aren't sure yet what hit the place.
On August 6, 1945, at 8:15 in the morning, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. As modeled here, the atomic bomb, codenamed Little Boy, was the first nuclear weapon dropped on humans. It was an attack during World War II, and there was no warning given. Carried by a B-29 warplane, the bomb was dropped from about 31,000 feet and fell for 43 seconds. It exploded about 1,900 feet off the ground. Inside the bomb, a controlled explosion created with high explosives propelled a subcritical mass of uranium-235 down a long tube, similar to the barrel of a gun, where it collided with a second subcritical mass of uranium-235. The collision triggered a nuclear fission chain reaction, which detonated the bomb. It detonated with the same force as 15,000 tons of TNT, forming a mushroom cloud about 60,000 feet tall and releasing radiation into the air. The explosion resulted in a flash of blinding light, followed by intense heat, killing an estimated 80,000 people instantly and destroying nearly every building within 1 mile of the epicenter. Fires caused by the explosion's intense heat lasted for days, destroying more than a 4-square-mile area from the epicenter. Over 50% of the people that were killed died of burns. Many of those that weren't killed by the flash burn, blast, or fire died of radiation poisoning. Others were trapped in rubble, and thousands were injured. The health effects, including cancer and birth defects, have been felt for generations. Three days later, another atomic bomb, made with plutonium, was dropped on Nagasaki, killing at least 74,000 people. A nuclear weapon has not been used on a civilian target since.
That's the atomic bomb exploding at Nagasaki. The film was taken in a B-29 many miles away. All of you who see this picture can judge for yourselves the extent of the menace to civilization of this new weapon. Civilized people can only demand that such power be directed not towards their obliteration, but to the benefit of mankind. This is the Emperor of Japan having a look at the ruins of his capital before the decision to surrender was made. Devastation confronted him wherever he went. Tokyo was flat. These pictures are extracts from a Japanese film captured by the American Army. Hirohito examined maps of the capital showing the enormous areas of ruin. It must have been obvious to him that surrender was the only course. It should have been clear to all Japanese that the so-called Son of Heaven, as a divinely inspired leader, had been bombed out.